Hello guys, I hope you're doing alright, and here we are in a new video about equations. So today we are going to talk about a new topic called literal equations. Alright, so what a literal equation is? It's an equation with two or more variables, okay? So for example, if we have an equation with some letters like A, B, C, X, Y, okay, that would be a literal equation, okay, where we have more than two variables. Okay, so here we have some examples. X equals B minus C over A. How many variables do we have here? We have four variables. But in this case, this equation is solved for X because X is a function of the other variables. So X is isolated. It's already isolated. We have the value of X with other three variables. In this case, we have an equation with the letter Z, and it's 2 over 5 times xy plus 3. So we have the letter Z isolated. Okay, so we have the value of Z. This is solved for Z. All right, so now how can we see what are the steps that we are going to solve in literal equations? So the first step, we have to locate the variable you are asked to solve for in the equation. So we have to look if the exercise is asking us to solve for A, for B, for X, what variable are we going to find, okay? In the second step, we have to identify the operations on this variable and the order in which they are applied, okay? We are going to follow the same steps that we saw in equations with fractions, okay? If we have a term adding, it comes to the other side to subtract. If it's multiplying, it comes to divide, okay? This is by using inverse operations to AND operations and isolate the variable, okay? This is the step 3, okay? So here we have very easy examples. In the first one, it says solve for X. So we have to isolate the value of X. So the variable Y that is adding to the left, it comes to the other side to subtract. Okay, so how can we find the value of X? So X equals minus Y, because it comes with the opposite sign to the other side, plus 15. So we already solved for X. We have the value of X. In this case, in the second case, we have PQ equals X, and we are going to solve for Q. So this P that is bothering the variable Q, it comes to divide because it's multiplying, so it comes to divide to the other side, and we get Q equals X over P. All right, so they are very easy examples, and of course they won't be nor in the AFLs nor in the follow-ups. Okay, so now let's go to real examples. Okay, so let's see, and here we are in a literal equation examples. Okay, so let's start with example 1. We are going to solve for X, A, and B, the following equation. Here we have a mixed equation with many terms. How many terms do we have here? We have A, B, and X. Okay, and they are asking to solve for every single variable. We have to solve for X, we have to solve for A, and we have to solve for B. Let's start little by little, okay? Remember the steps. Here we have to isolate the terms with the variable X for the first case and find the value of X by using procedures for equations. What are the procedures? Adding, subtracting, multiplying, dividing, the same as we saw before in the last topic. So let's start organizing this complex equation that we have here. So we have brackets, we have multiplication. So the first step, we are going to use distributive property. So we are going to solve 2b times 2a and 2b times minus x. Here we are going to solve x times b, x times minus a, and here a times x and a times b. So let's start little by little. In the first case, so let's use blue, that is better color. So let's start. 2b times 2a, that makes 4ab. Let's use alphabetical order. And here we have 2b times minus x, that will be minus 2bx, okay, and equals, and here we go to this part, x times b, that would be bx minus, okay, minus ax, okay. Then we already have multiplied here a times x. Now we have here a times x, that makes plus ax, and a times b, that would be ab. All right. Okay, guys. So now the following step, we can organize a little bit this equation. Here we have two terms in common. We have two like terms. We have minus ax and plus ax. And look that they will be cancelled, okay? They will be simplified because they are the same. So ax and ax will be simplified. They are the same with different sign, okay? So now, what is missing? Now we are going to isolate the value of x, okay? We're going to isolate the value of x. All the terms with x, we're going to take them to the left, okay? So the value of x will be the following. We have minus 2bx, and this bx comes to the other side with the opposite sign, will be minus bx, all right? And here we have equals, no, equals, we have AB, and this term for AB comes to the other side with the opposite sign, will be minus for AB. So it will be AB minus 4AB, all right? So now we simplify this expression. What can we do in this case? Look at the variable x. We can use a common factor, okay? A common factor between minus 2bx and minus bx. But it's convenient for us to isolate the value of x. So we can take the common factor x that multiplies minus 2b minus b, all right? Minus 2b minus b, we close the brackets, and here we have AB minus 4AB, they are like terms, so we can subtract them. So it will be AB minus 4AB, that will be minus 3AB. So it will be equals minus 3AB, all right? Now, look, the last step, this term, minus 2B minus B, we can subtract this term, so it will be x times minus 3b equals, and here we have minus 3ab, all right? Now, this term is multiplying the variable, okay? Is multiplying the x, so we can isolate the value of x. So 3 minus 3b comes to the other side to divide, all right? It comes to the other side to divide, and the negative sign we have, this is negative and this is negative, so this result will be positive. So will be x equals, we have 3ab over 3b. All right, because these terms, both of them are negative. So if it comes negative here, and we have a negative sign in the minus 3ab, this negative times negative will be positive, okay? So now, we write the fraction line, okay? And we already have, what can we simplify in this case? We can simplify 3, and we can simplify the letter b. So it will be 3 here with this term, and B with B. And look, what do we have now? Here, the variable x equals a. So we already have the solution for x. X equals a. And that's it, guys. Here we have the solution for x. What if they ask us to solve the equation for a? We already have the equation for a because a equals x. All right? And there is missing another variable. We have to solve the equation for b. Okay? So in the next video, we're going to find the equation for b. We're going to find the value of b, okay, by using the same steps but isolating the variable b. All right? Okay, guys, so see you next video. I hope you really understood and follow the steps little by little. All right?